D, wait for it, Lightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I just got done finishing the first 2 episodes of Titans season 4, and I have a feeling this is going to be the last season because we just got Stargirl that just got canceled or announced that it was going to get canceled after the season that it's on right now. This show, I have a love-hate relationship with this show because I don't hate it, but I don't love it anymore. I just feel like each season starts off really strong for me, and then it just teeters off into like craziness, and I'm all like, I don't know where you were going with that, and it went in a weird place that I personally didn't care for. And this season is no different. I found the first 2 episodes quite interesting. You know, I think that they're going in a direction with certain things that I liked and I didn't like and everything, which I want to talk about that. I'll go each episode. This isn't going to be a breakdown like I normally do. I'll just do a straight up review, but I'll go from each episode, tell you some things I like, some telling things I didn't like. But the first thing I want to talk about is the characters of the main team and everything. So first off, Nightwing. I feel like he's come a long way in terms of season 1, but I still don't think he's like the best leader. I mean, he's more like co-leading with Starfire, and I wish that they would just get together and kind of do his whole although these characters are in name only. They're not from the comic books or any TV show or anything like that. And I wish they leaned on that just a tiny bit more, because personally I enjoy that. Anyways, but I just don't feel like he's like the best leader. But as a co-leader with Starfire, I do feel like they work well as a team. Speaking of Starfire, I feel like she's going to be taking a front seat in terms of like she just got her newfound powers. And I don't know if they're trying to go with the more magical side of it and say it's magic than say it's like she was born with them, you know? Superboy, I'm pretty sure he's going to take a back seat also. Both of them are taking a back seat in terms of their powers, and I'll get into it when we get to the episodes, especially the fight sequences. But I feel like he might take they had an interesting thought with the first episode with his parentage, but then that quickly went away. And I was like, all right, well, I guess we're not going to do that. Beast Boy, Beast Boy and Raven, I'll talk about when we get to episode 2, but Beast Boy, we've got some stuff going on with him, and again, because his powers are so CGI centric, I'm pretty sure that he's not going to be turning into a full-blown animal very much, because he didn't do it this episode. And then Raven, I'm pretty sure she's going to have a huge part to do again, because she's magic based, and Brother Blood and Mother Mayhem are very magic based and everything. Okay, let me get into the thing. These 2 episodes and the things that I liked and I didn't like. Okay, so see episode 1. Okay, so something that I did like. I loved Lex Luthor. I really liked him a lot. I thought the actor that played him, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, and I didn't write it down. I don't have it up and everything, but I liked it a lot. I'm going to look it up right now while we're talking. I thought he did a great job. This isn't my favorite rendition of Lex Luthor. I think my personal favorite rendition of Lex Luthor is from Super Pets, that cartoon movie that that just came out or whatnot. I personally enjoyed that rendition of it, and I thought it was great. And you can check out my review in the iCard section. But this one, they did a good job with him. I personally enjoyed him. I thought that he did a great job. Yeah, you know, I just, again, they took him off the board really quick, and I was kind of bummed about that, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. Something else that I really enjoyed was the Easter eggs in this episode. We went to Metropolis, we went back to Metropolis, which was great. But they showed us some stuff in there and had some stuff in there. For instance, we had Star Labs, which is always nice to see and everything. But then they also had a Superman statue, which was nice. They had the Daily Planet, which I always enjoy seeing. They had LexCorp. And then they also, at the beginning of the episode and in episode 2, they had mentioned, they found the Temple of Azarath, but they mentioned Azarath in there, and that if you know stuff, that is the home of Raven and her mother. I'm pretty sure that they won't do that. And I'm wondering if this will lead back to Trigon, which I mentioned that I will bring that up again when we go back to season or episode 2. Sorry. And then they also had promethium, which is an alloy that is used for it's used for more than just Cyborg's armor, but that's something that used for Cyborg's armor. Now, something that I also liked in here was the fight sequences. Now, Coriander didn't use her powers during that first fight sequence when she went to go talk to Lex Luthor and break into his computer and stuff. But she did fight, and I liked it, even though it was in the background and kind of blurred out a little bit. You got to see it, and I thought it was pretty cool. I do wish they would just use their powers straight up. Like, it's just like, I just go, well, why would you have this show about the Teen Titans and not have them use their powers? Like, what's the point of that? One thing I did want to talk about is this blood freeze man, bone freeze man. Now, when he first popped up, I thought he was Dr. Alchemy, because the costume reminded me an awful lot of the one from The Flash, season 4. It reminded me a lot of that. So I thought it was Dr. Alchemy. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And he only killed the women. If you watch both episodes, he only killed the women. And then he would freeze the men. And then he would, and then later on you find out in episode 2, he takes them back to his little hideout to drain their blood, which I was like, interesting. But I'm very interested in that kind of, but I'm just like, it all will stem back to Brother Blood because blood and everything. But I did like that, those sequences, they were creepy and I did like it a lot. Now to move on to episode 1, the things that I didn't like. Okay. There was no Superman. All right. They mentioned Superman and they're like, oh, you're going to meet your dad. Superman wants you to come to Metropolis and meet him. And then there was no Superman, no Clark Kent, no nothing. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. You don't edge me like this and then not deliver. And then he gets a letter from Superman because there was an urgent red star that was about to burst and he was going to go help because there's a planet there with life on it. So he's going to go help and save a galaxy. And I'm all like, okay, yeah. But then he leaves him a note. And it reminded me of the note from season 1 with Dick Grayson when he goes to Wayne Manor in episode 3. And Bruce leaves him a note on his bed or whatnot. But he's standing in the hallway like a big freak. And I'm all like, huh? I'm like, stop doing these notes. Show us the person or don't. Okay. Stop doing the note situation. Nobody wants that crap. Okay. And plus, I live circa now, and I would not leave a handwritten letter to somebody. I would send them a video saying, I'm sorry. Another thing that I didn't like and I don't like is the character of Tim Drake. Now, I'm sorry, but Jay LaCurgo is not a good actor, in my opinion. I thought he did a bad job. I think the character sucks. I mean, he didn't even know what an armadillo was. And I'm all like, what? And I just go, why is he here? He's not a Robin. He's not going to be a Robin. And if he is, why would he be a Robin? That would be for Batman to make him a Robin. And there's no Batman in this, okay? It makes no sense to have Tim Drake. And like I said, this is a name only. And plus, like I said before, the actor does not do a good job. I didn't like him in last season. I don't like him this season. He didn't do a good job. He's not doing a good job. I don't like this character in this show. I wish he would just go away. But yeah, they won't. That's all I got to say about that. And then the last thing that I really didn't like was they killed Lex Luthor. They just killed him off. I'm like, you're going to bring such a great, rich character in here and then kill him off first episode? What? So dumb. I didn't like that at all. And I wish they wouldn't have done it. Now, they did reveal without saying it, but the woman, Mother Mayhem, is the true bad guy of this. They're trying to talk up Brother Blood during the press and stuff like that, the before the show premiered. But Brother Blood is not the main bad guy. It's Mother Mayhem. She's the big baddie. She's the one to take down. Which, I mean, I guess it's fine, but it's like this day and age, of course, it's the woman that's the big bad guy because she can't make a man the leader and everything, because that would be bad. All right, let's move over to episode 2. Now, this one I really didn't have much of likes. I just had more like intriguing. I did like the Mother Mayhem when she fought them at the end. I did like, we've seen that fight online. They released that clip. I wish they wouldn't have done it because that was the only like real action sequence. There was a thing with Raven and the Bone Freeze Man But I wish they would have done a different, I wish they wouldn't have released that clip so we could have gotten like a big, like, fight sequence that we hadn't already seen before. Now, in this one, some things that I kind of liked / thought intriguing. I do like the magic on magic. Raven versus Mother Mayhem with their powers, and she's got this purple magic flying everywhere. Mother Mayhem's got this staff with the red magic and the smoke and the red lightning and everything. I thought that was very nice. One thing I am wondering about is, okay, so Beast Boy, first episode, has that vision of the tree and the red and everything when he blacks out. And in this one, he hears voices and he kind of goes like all like, oh, with his green eyes and everything or whatnot. So what does Raven and Beast Boy connect to with Bone Freeze Man, which, connects to Brother Blood and all that stuff? Like, what do they play in here? And that makes me ask, will this lead to a Trigon story again? I'm interested because of Azarath and everything. I'm interested in wondering about that. Well, I also like that Brother Blood is trying to create an app. He's been mostly like this kind of like, there was an animated movie that came out a little while ago where he was, like a cult leader, but like a positive guru, like, one of those kind of people. But in this one, it looks like he's going to have an app, like a game app, but the game didn't go over well with the little board people that I was trying to get funding from. And it happens, what are you going to do? All right, now with some things that I didn't like for sure in this episode. I didn't like that Superboy got blamed for Lex Luthor's death. It's like, oh, how original. And it really makes me wonder if they're just trying to take him off the board mostly so they don't have to do visual effects. Because most of these characters, minus the Robins, Nightwing, it's their powers are visually visual effects heavy. And I just go, I'm pretty sure their budget isn't overwhelming. But I don't, I'm like, if you're going to have these characters, you need to show off their powers. If you're not going to show off their powers, don't have these characters. I'm sorry, that's just the name of the game. But yeah. And then, brother, and I have some more stuff about that I want to talk about that I thought was intriguing, but just give me 2 seconds. Let me finish my dislikes. Last thing I didn't like was I don't like that Brother Blood is this incel type character. It's lame. It's I've had enough. I've had enough of it. He's obviously kind of a weird guy. He does taxidermy stuff, but he's got this game and he's got this interesting idea of like, it's not about being competitive in the game, although that's what games are, but it's about bringing together people as far as a community. I did think that his game not being competitive was a bad choice, and I do think that they should try to rectify that. The last thing I want to talk about is going back to Raven and Beast Boy and that connection and everything, and why I think this may lead to a Trigon kind of situation, and that's this, okay? If you remember in season 1, Starfire, which her powers helped in that fight and everything, but Starfire came to Earth because of some kind of Raven prophecy. If you remember, on her ship, she had the files and everything, and there was a picture of a Raven on there. And then Lex Luthor in episode 1 pulls out a book, and there's a picture of a Raven, and then in the Azarath temple, there's the little Raven statues and everything. Very Ghostbuster / Thundercats kind of, with the evil spirit, ancient spirits of evil kind of thing. But then he flips over the page and there's 3 items. There's a moon-shaped gem, a long cylinder gem, and then a bone-faced mask. Now, we saw the bone-faced mask on that doctor that was hanging out with Lex Luthor because they talked about how he was going to be how he was having a cult kind of thing. And then I believe the long cylinder one is the thing that Madame Mayhem has in her little staff, her little wandy thing. And then I'm assuming that that the Jinx character, is that her name, with the pink hair, she's going to have the moon-shaped gem of some sort, and that's going to help her out with her powers. And this is all leading to Brother Blood, who will have a bone mask, so like Bone Mask Man, because the doctor set himself on fire, whatnot. But I do think that that's going to lead to Brother Blood having his little bone mask or whatnot, and that will be, and then there's 3 Trigon leading to Trigon of some sort, and Azarath. This is all playing into it if they connect the dots kind of thing. And that's just my theory kind of for now. It's not really fully developed because I haven't gotten enough going on. But overall, these 2 episodes were a pretty good start, in my opinion, to the season. And I am interested to see where they go from here, but I'm not going to hold out too much faith because they have a tendency sometimes to let me down, especially like in every season. I just don't like the ending. I feel like it goes into it veers off into all right, that was not that great kind of thing. All right, you guys, well, tell me, what did you guys think about these first 2 episodes of Titan season 4? Did you like them? Did you not like them? What was your favorite part? Who is your favorite Titan? Tell me what you guys think of all of this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next Titans episode. You guys have a good week. Bye.